Ba-na-na-na-na. Visor down. Go.
Tom Stacey.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's midweek, well, nearly midweek, and it's nearly the end of February. Spring is upon us. Spring is in the air, apparently. I mean, but right now it feels super cold. Well, not super cold, just damp and minging in the air. And I'm commuting into the office for another fun-filled day of information technology fixing things and stuff. So I've got another new gadget. So I've got the Mic Mini, which you have already seen, and I think I have the setup for that right for vlogging. I think I'm happy with where that's at. But I've brought a polarizing filter for the DJI Osmo Action 4, which hopefully, as you're watching this right now, the Speedo will be black. It also blacks out the nav unit as well, the Shiggy. That's actually turned off at the moment, it's not on, so you won't be able to see that anyway. So I thought the polarizer would be good for when I don't want people to see certain things on my dashboard. And apparently I know nothing about this. Apparently it should make the sky look incredible and stop the overexposure. That's the theory anyway. That is the theory. The theory of the polarizing lens. And oh, are you going left there, mate? Yep, it is. So I need to take a wide berth. Get down that silly little lane. I've really got to get myself a new adventure helmet. This one is tired. The LS2 has been good, but it has worn out fast. Definitely worn out fast. But yeah. So I'm moving my head all over the place just to see what happens, and if it still blanks out the dash. But this is only £15, this polarising lens, so even if it darks out a little bit of that, or gets rid of a little bit of that, majority of the time, and makes my general vlogging and stuff look better, I think for £15 from the land of China, it's not bad, is it? And it just screws straight on as well. You just replace your existing lens with this one. You just screw it off and on. And like I said, I'm not an expert in these matters of filtration and photography and stuff like that. I just do what works for me. So yeah. So on other news, in other news, the MT-01 is actually still in a state of brokenness. It's still broken, and the reason for that is because I believe the starter solenoid has died. So I purchased a new starter solenoid, and tried to replace it the other night. In that process, I decided to lose one of the bolts in the garage somewhere. It's vanished. It's completely and utterly sodded off. So I ordered a new set of bolts, and I'm just waiting for those to turn up, and then I can get that all put back together and hope and pray that my starting issues are then fixed. Because obviously I've done a video with changing out all the fuel pump and the fuel filter, and I thought I'd resolved it, but actually when the bike gets warm, Now it will not restart until the bike's cooled down, or you faff around with this, you know, you're constantly bashing the starter button, and it's not really good for the starter motor. Now it could be one of a few things. It could be the battery, but the battery has a good charge. It's showing about 12.5 volts, and when it's running, it's charging. It could be the starter motor, but the starter motor sounds strong, and comparing it to other bikes, because I know the MT-01 has a problem with its starter motor, but I think that's okay. So the only other thing it could have been is the starter solenoid or the crankcase sensor. So I'm hoping it's the starter solenoid. Then I think I will try the starter motor, because the bike has done 50,000 miles, and I know that the starter motors are a weak point, but I don't want to spend 130 quid if it's not that. And that's cheap for a starter motor for this bike, because if you buy the actual starter motor for this bike from Yamaha, it's nearly £600. So what we do on the group is we buy one from Italy for the big Yamaha cruiser. For whatever reason, that's escaped my mind. I'll put it up here, what it is. And it's a lot cheaper. Still quite expensive for a starter motor, but yeah, it's a straight swap. But we'll see how the solenoid starter goes first. Starter solenoid goes first. Hopefully that will be the end of my woes once I've got that back in, because it's a bit of a fiddly area to get to. It's right under the loom. Yeah, I would have videoed it, but I was trying to do it one evening just to get the bike done, and it just didn't happen with the filming. So it's something I might look into in the future, but it is just a couple of bolts and a connection. But on that fun note of negativity, I'm going to say adios. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time watching the channel, do give me a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. I'll really appreciate that if all of those things are done. And I'll see you next time on Tom's TC.